Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley, to SCVTV's Community Corner. I'm Carrie Lujan.
And I'm Dave Caldwell. We are on the road today, and we're out front of the much anticipated, newly renovated facility. Carrie, this is exciting.
It's very exciting, and let's do it. You ready?
Yes.
We are at The Cube, the home for ice and entertainment in Santa Clarita. This building's been here for 20 years, but it's recently been renovated. I think we should go inside and get a sneak peek.
Sneak is the key word. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Well, now that we've checked it out, let's take an opportunity to talk with those who are going to be running, managing, and enjoying the Cube.
First up, we are talking with Assistant City Manager Frank Oviedo about what it took to renovate this huge facility.
And we're going to talk with General Manager Larry Bruyere about his return to the Valencia Ice.
And it's not just ice here at the Cube. We're also going to have entertainment, concerts, and filming. We'll be talking with Economic Development Manager Jason Crawford.
But it's going to be the athletes we're going to have a lot of fun with today. We're going to get a chance to talk with some of those who are going to compete on this ice. And we'll talk with Heidi Jeffrey from Snap Sports.
All that and more on this episode of Community Corner here at the Cube, ice and entertainment in Santa Clarita. Stay tuned. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner here at the Cube. Our first guest is Assistant City Manager Frank Oviedo, who has overseen the renovations of this facility, as well as the contract between the operators, Los Angeles Kings, and the American Sports Entertainment Company. Welcome back, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Can I just say one thing? Yes, while I'm overseeing the project, there's so many people from the city and all the departments that are helping out. And I just want to put a shout out to them because our Public Works Department, our Finance Department, our Rec Department, everybody's been really coming together. There's probably on any given day, 50 to 60 of us working on this project.
It's very exciting. And I know that the community is also thrilled to have the Cube open its doors once again. Why is it so important to the ice skating community to have this facility here in Santa Clarita?
You know, there's so much history from the time that it opened back 20 plus years ago when U-Haul Land and Farm was the king of development out here. They understood even when they were developing this area how important it was for the families. And so there's so much history for going back 20 years and seeing ice sports grow in this community. So when it closed, obviously that was a big hit to a lot of families. And now that we're reopening it up with the city seal behind it, it's important because it's close to home. It's our local rink. It's our facility here in the city, and it will be able to start the next chapter of the history of this facility. And everybody's just really excited about it.
You know, Frank, you were talking about the families here in Santa Clarita. What feedback have you gotten so far from parents and athletes who will be skating here at the Cube?
Sure. We're getting daily feedback. We have many of the ice skating community, both figure skating and ice hockey. They drive by daily, believe it or not. And we hear via our social media platforms, as well as just phone calls and letters and emails and text messages. Everybody's real excited. They're excited. The color schemes have changed. We're upgrading the facility in many, many ways, doing all kinds of new things. And there's a lot of exciting new parts of the facility that we're going to improve, like a large LED screen outside that you'll be able to watch and things that are being streamed inside, as well as potentially Kings games and all kinds of stuff. We've got nothing but positive feedback. The council really, when they decided that they were going to back this project and directed the city manager's office to go make it happen, it was really their desire and expectation to see something that was at a city standard. And we've tried to do that in every possible way. And you'll see even more improvements over time. So we're hearing a lot of really positive feedback from the ice skating community, as well as just the community in general, about they were concerned when it closed initially, and knowing that it's reopening because it's so much a part of our economy as well. The hotels, everybody that has a connection to this facility, restaurants and hotels, and just the business community, as they've learned that we're going to have meeting space for them, nothing but positive feedback from the ice skating community as well as the community at large. So we're excited.
The big grand opening is scheduled for Monday, April 12th. The event will be invite only, but how are you including the entire community in the celebration, and what can we expect to see?
Well, in the age of COVID, unfortunately, we can't have everybody here. I wish we could fill up the whole parking lot and ribbon cut and have everybody come into the facility, but we are still under a public health order. But that being the case, given that everybody's gotten so used to being on Zoom, and even in the format we're in right now, we're going to be able to live stream the whole event. So the whole ice skating community and the larger community can watch as we reopen the Cube in its new chapter, its new life. We're going to have a lot of exciting things. No less than Luke Robitaille will be here, the president of the Kings operation. He agreed to come down as part of the reopening. One of the things that our communication team at City Hall has been working in the city manager's office is getting video clips. We can't bring the whole Kings operation out to the Cube. So we got the president and Luke Robitaille, but we are going to be able to show videos from the announcer, the play-by-play announcer, both English and the Spanish language announcer has made videos congratulating us for reopening. We have some former players and alumni from the Kings. And I know Carrie is working diligently to get some of the players congratulating us. So yeah, we're going to be showing that throughout the morning during the ribbon cutting as people start to come in, and we're going to have to do it in small groups because obviously we're still under a health order, but they'll get to enjoy it on a live stream and get to see all the things, all the improvements in the facility. So it'll be, I think we'll be able to share as much as we can and without being in person.
Frank, you and I both know that Santa Clarita is known for producing some amazing athletes across multiple different sports. Why do you think that is, and how do you think the Cube will help build on that reputation?
Sure. You know, back in 1987, when the city incorporated, one of the council's biggest priorities was recreation. They knew that this was already growing and getting a reputation as a family-friendly community. And so having facilities and programs that families can do healthy recreation so we can raise healthy children to become healthy adults. That was in the plan way back in 1987 with the very first city council. And they've made good on that promise. Over the years, we've been able to put large facilities in place like Central Park, where if you go there on any day of the week, you can see soccer going on, you can see lacrosse, you can see flag football. And I really think it was an emphasis from the council, the city council from the beginning. This is why it wasn't too much of a surprise when they stepped in and when the old ice station closed and they wanted to do something for these families because they know how important it is. And so all those children over the 30 plus years that have been running through our recreation programs, through some of the Heart League, baseball leagues, AYSO, and the growing sports world of as you know, lacrosse has really grown in the last decade. Rugby, you see rugby. And I think there's families who just want to recreate. And inevitably, you're going to see some kids that are playing at a very high level eventually move on to the higher levels of the sport. So, and what's great about it is you can be a non-competitive athlete that just wants to go out there and have fun, or you can be an uber competitive athlete who ultimately will play in college and in many cases play professionally. And you see that, you know, one of our more celebrated athletes, we're seeing him more regularly because he just got traded to the Dodgers, and Trevor Bauer. So you see in baseball, we have a lot of athletes there. Even in hockey, they have produced a lot of collegiate athletes out of this facility and a lot of professional athletes that are still playing. So I think it's just, like I said, from 1987 going forward, it's always been a priority for the council to make sure that we have a healthy way for our families to recreate. And inevitably, you're going to get athletes that you see are really good at their sport. And they will recreate right alongside the individual who just wants to go out and have fun. And it's made for a great culture out here in Santa Clarita. And as you guys know, we have a reputation as being a family-friendly community, and this is just one part of it. So facilities like this allow those sports and those recreation programs to happen. And that's why it's so important that we were able to reopen this facility. So we may see the next figure skating gold medalist come out of this facility, or ice hockey, or curling for that matter, or speed skating. There's so many sports that kids can participate. It's no longer just the traditional basketball, football type of thing. You can come out here and be a great athlete and excel in some kind of ice sport. So this facility is really the start of that for many of the kids that will come here. And the Los Angeles Kings, one of their big commitments is doing that training of young athletes, people that want to try ice sports for the very first time, and they'll stick with it. And I've heard already some great stories on the side about some of these kids that kind of were lukewarm, and all of a sudden they're playing high school ice hockey. So it's a great community to be able to test those skills and just recreate and have fun.
And Frank, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but city staff from all departments and divisions of the city have had a role in getting the Cube up and running again. What has it been like for them to work outside of the realm of their normal day-to-day?
Oh, they've been excited. It has been a real pleasure as the assistant city manager to be able to take somebody whose normal daily activities is maintaining the large amount of infrastructure that we have here in the city, whether it's a street or a sidewalk or a park or just some of our buildings that we own, our transit buildings, to say, hey, we have a special project that we want you to work on, and you have some expertise in some type of, work with, electronics or IT or any type of those things. Our fleet staff has been working on the Zambonis, which, everybody gets excited when you say Zamboni. It's like the first question is, can I ride it? So we have so many people working on this project that they have just been excited. They have been thankful. What I love about it is I come by here a couple of times a week, sometimes more, and talk to the staff, and they are just excited, and they're taking ownership of this. It's theirs. And that's one of the big things that I've emphasized from the beginning, from the time that the council authorized staff to work on this project and wanted to take the old ice station over, was that they wanted it to be a community facility. They wanted it to be something that we could bring back and continue to add value to individuals who decide to raise their families out here. And our staff has taken that whole notion and have taken it to a whole nother level. And they are coming in here on the weekends just to see how the paint dried that they were painting some facility, some part of the facility earlier in the week, just to see how it dried and see how some of the other projects are going on in the facility. It's great. They really have just come to own it. And they really see it as theirs, and it's the community's facility now. So I'm excited that we're able to, get so many people involved at the city that normally would be doing other things, and now they're getting involved in ice sports in a large ice facility like this.
Frank Oviedo, the Assistant City Manager for the City of Santa Clarita, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Up next, we're talking to the new general manager of the Cube. In many ways, he's the old general manager. Larry Bruyere is going to join us, so please stay with us. Welcome back to Community Corner at the Cube. Our next guest is the man who will be serving as the general manager of the facility. Longtime friend, glad to have you back in town. Larry Bruyere, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you, Dave. Glad to be here.
So tell us about your journey to this position and your relationships with American Sports Entertainment Company and the LA Kings.
Okay, well, I grew up in the Northeast and skated and played hockey all my life. And my first year of college, in February, I came out here to visit my sister. It was 74 degrees. So a few months later, I relocated to Southern California, like so many people do. And one of the first things I did was migrate to an ice rink. Found that there was plenty of ice in Southern California, started playing hockey, coaching, of course. And I was in sales, but I said that I'd much rather be in something related to skating, hockey, something I had the passion for. So I was fortunate to get involved in the retail end, selling hockey and figure skating equipment. I did it as a manager. Then I went in business. I met Brad Berman, who's the president of ASEC, and I ran an adult hockey league together. We became partners in retail, and then Brad became the president of the old Isoplex that was in the valley where the Kings practice. Luke became one of our partners in that business, and I was able to open up stores in the Isoplex facilities and stay involved. Eventually moved to management, came up to Valencia and got involved with this project as it was being built, and have been involved ever since.
So you do have a lot of history with this facility, and we're part of the original team that opened the ice station back in 2001. Tell us how this building has changed over the years.
Well, Gary, it's the same building. Nothing major has changed except there's 20 years of a lot of use in this building and 20 years of a lot to fix. And I'm so excited and proud that the city purchased this property. What a bold move. And I come in every day and I see vast improvement. Again, it's a 93,000 square foot facility. So there's a lot to paint, but they've gone in and replaced the condensers and repaired the compressors and repaired the pipes underneath the ice and brought in new sand and painted every square inch of this building and repaired flooring, and the list goes on. So when the city takes on a project, and this project in particular, they do it right, and I'm just excited to be part of it.
And I know a lot of people are interested in working here at the Cube. Will there be employment opportunities available?
Yes, of course. We've hired some of our staff already. Some of our management, we're starting from the top down. We've employed, and there's no shortage of interest, that's for sure. Every day, my inbox is full of people who are interested. Some people who worked here before, some who've heard about it, and like me, way back when, are just interested in getting involved with what seemed like a great project. So yes, our staffing, as I mentioned, will be a little smaller at first because our programs won't be fully implemented. But as we implement programs, we'll be adding staff. So people can certainly contact me here.
And what is your email if people want to reach out?
I just got it, so bear with me. It's larry.briere@thecubesantaclarita.com.
Larry, you talked about your history and your love for being involved in ice rinks and ice sports. What are you most excited about in your new position here at this new facility?
Well, Dave, we're sitting on 3 sheets of ice, each of us, and they're empty right now. So I'm most excited to see them filled. I remember back when you and I first met and you'd come out for high school hockey and the building was packed and our public sessions were packed and all of our programs were full of excited skaters and parents. I'm looking forward to that again. And we'll get there, and we'll get there soon. So I'm most excited to see the building filled with people who are happy to be here.
And Larry, as you mentioned, I'm sitting here on the Olympic sheet of ice. And Dave, where are you?
I'm up on top of the NHL ice.
And Larry?
And I'm on the pond.
So yes, 3 sheets of ice. Larry, thank you so much for being here and coming back to the Cube.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Dave.
All right, up next, we are talking to Planning and Economic Development Manager, Jason Crawford. Stay with us.
It is our pleasure to introduce the community to the Cube, the new home for ice and entertainment in Santa Clarita. Last spring, the community came to the city, expressing how vital this facility is to our local athletes. We heard the call, and after months of renovations and refurbishment, we are just weeks away from welcoming ice sports to the Cube.
We are beyond thrilled to have the NHL Olympic and pond sheets of ice up and ready for skating. After what has been a year of isolation for all of us, to be able to reopen this facility as a place to be active and social and engaged with the community is crucial for our residents of all ages.
Seeing the pride city staff took over the last few months and getting the Cube ready for reopening has been inspiring. Everywhere you look, there's a clean, fresh coat of paint, new flooring, upgraded fixtures, and of course, ice.
I think I can speak for the entire Santa Clarita community when I say we can't wait to get back to the normal events and gatherings that we all enjoy. And now we have a brand new, huge facility to host these events. When we cover the ice, the Cube will be able to host banquets and conventions, nonprofit fundraisers, mixers, concerts, sports, competitions, and so much more.
The City of Santa Clarita is the official owner of the Cube, and we have brought in the premier name in ice sports in the region to operate the facility. The Los Angeles Kings, an American sports entertainment company, have the expertise and experience to provide the customer service and operating efficiencies which live up to the city's very high standards.
We look forward to seeing the entire community come to the Cube.
Welcome back to Community Corner at the Cube. Joining us now is Jason Crawford, Planning and Economic Development Manager for the city. Jason, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Thanks again.
So first off, there's been a lot of buzz about the Cube, and I know a lot of local businesses want to get in on the sponsorship opportunities. What is available to them and where can they get more information?
Sure. Well, there are a lot of great opportunities for businesses to brand themselves with the Cube, be associated with all the good things that are going to happen here. There are naming rights for the 3 different sheets of ice. There are other levels of sponsorship, including the dasher boards on the sides of the ice. We have a couple of sponsorships that have already been taken. Both of the Zambonis have both been taken. They're going to be one sponsored by Snow Orthodontics, one sponsored by Logix Credit Union. So we're excited about that. But there are still a lot of opportunities available. If folks are looking for that, they can go to the Economic Development website, which is worksantaclarita.com. And there's a little section on there for sponsorship, and we will get you information right away.
Jason, this building is huge, 93,000 square feet. So what are some of the other activities and events that could be hosted here at the Cube?
Well, there are activities that are ice related, like hockey tournaments, figure skating championships, even curling that have been here before, and we expect to see even more of those in the future. But in addition to that, we're looking at being able to cover the ice and have all sorts of different events on one side of the facility while the other side still stays ice accessible. So those could be conventions, conferences, business meetings, sports events that happen on top of the covered ice. Just like if you were down at Staples Center and they cover the ice, so you've got a hockey game in the morning and a basketball game at night. We will have the ability to do that at some point in the near future here.
Jason, Santa Clarita is known as Hollywood North. So tell us what productions have already filmed in this facility in the past and what the opportunities are for future filming.
Absolutely. Well, Santa Clarita absolutely loves filming, and that is one of my favorite parts of my job is attracting more filming to come here. And we've done a really good job of that. Here at this facility, they've had TV shows like NCIS, one of our locally based TV shows, CSI. We've had so many commercials it's hard to count, but Adidas, Nike, Subway, McDonald's. There are a ton of commercials that have filmed here. We have had maybe 5 or 6 things filmed here every single year for as long as I can remember. And we're looking to double down on that now that the city is operating it and bring in even more opportunities for TV shows, movies, and commercials here, filming in Santa Clarita.
And Jason, don't forget, Carrie and I are ready and able and available for any kind of background that could be used in filming anywhere. And just so know that, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's all right. All right, so tell us more about the top shelf banquet and balcony area and how the flow will be on the second floor here of the Cube.
Sure. So we're really excited about this, and it's something that will have the ability to start operating right away. We've got the restaurant space on the second floor that I think most people know about. We've gone through and made some upgrades and cleaned some things up there, so it's going to look really nice when people come back. But on the far side of that, there is a space that can be used for meetings. It has a private area. It's got a balcony that overlooks a nice little outside area. It can have up to 75 or 85 people for a private meeting. We've already been in talks with multiple business groups, including the Chamber of Commerce, who are interested in using it on a regular basis for business meetings, mixers. We've talked to some folks about doing some corporate retreats up there. So I think it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a lower cost option with high value experience. And we're real excited about it, and can't wait to see some of our local businesses using it and enjoying their time here at the Cube.
Jason Crawford, there is so much to look forward to. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. It was great to see you guys again.
All right, up next, we are talking about Snap Sports and what the reopening of the Cube means for these athletes. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Community Corner at the Cube. This facility will soon open its doors once again to a community of ice athletes. And one group was especially vocal about the importance of saving the ice rink because of the crucial role it plays in their organization. So please join me in welcoming Heidi Jeffrey from Snap Sports. Welcome, Heidi.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
So for people who are not familiar with Snap Sports, please share a little bit about your organization.
So SNAP Sports stands for Special Needs Athletes and Peers. We're a nonprofit that provides individuals with disabilities the opportunity to engage in sports-based activities. We currently provide ice hockey, adaptive developmental ice skating, flag football, cheerleading, and we also have a running club.
So what does having a hometown ice rink here in Santa Clarita mean to your participants?
It means a lot to us. Me personally, I moved to Santa Clarita for two reasons. One, Santa Clarita offers a lot of opportunities for the special needs children in schooling, as well as outside of schooling with just a different programs that they have. The second reason I moved here was the rink. I'm a hockey player, but one of the main ways I was able to bond with my son was through the ice. And I've also found that with so many of our other athletes as well. For a lot of them, 2 days a week, sometimes 1 day a week is the one thing that they look forward to. We have one athlete that started working here 6 months before the shutdown. He considered it his dream job. He relied on public transportation, which a lot of our athletes also do. The city of Santa Clarita generously provides that for us. So if we were to lose our program and no longer have the public transportation, we probably would lose a lot of our athletes as well. So having a home ice, it means a lot to us.
I know that we had several of the athletes here at the Cube earlier this week. They got a chance to get out on the ice with you as well. What did that mean to them?
I wish I was here when they walked through the door, because that's one of my favorite things to do is see them just walk through the door, the excitement. But you could tell just in their eyes and their body language, they were lit up. They were eager to get on the ice. They were on the ice before I was even out there. One of the parents didn't tell their son, so it was a complete surprise for him to just even get back on here. But yeah, they were very, very excited to be here. We had another athlete who didn't even want to take a water break because that meant he had to stop skating, and they didn't want to get off the ice at all. But they were very, very happy to be back here.
So if people want to support your organization or be part of it, how can they get involved?
You can visit our website. It's www.snaphockey.org. On there, there's all the information. It'll provide information about every sports program that we offer, as well as information on how to register or for volunteering, how to make donations. Like I said, we are 100% nonprofit, so we kind of rely on volunteers and the donations.
Do you have any memories that stand out from your time here at the Cube or formerly when it was the ice station?
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of memories. One in particular is on this very ice. It was my birthday, and we had our adaptive developmental program going on, and they all stopped and sang happy birthday to me at the end of the skate. And that was probably one of the best times I've ever had a birthday sang to me. Definitely hands down one of the memories. But there's just been miracles that happen on this ice. There's something, I don't know if it's all their senses, but miracles are definitely happen almost every time we step on ice with them guys.
Heidi Jeffrey from Snap Sports. You're one of the angels on this earth for the work that you do. So just know that. Thank you very much for being with us here and talking about Snap Sports.
Thank you for having me. Myself and all of the coaches and athletes and families are very thankful to the city of Santa Clarita for saving the rink, and we can't wait to get back here and continue to grow and touch the community.
Thank you very much. And thank you for watching this very special edition of Community Corner at the Cube. The grand opening of the Cube is coming up on Monday, April 12th. So for more information, please visit thecubesantaclarita.com and follow the Cube Santa Clarita at the Cube Santa Clarita on social media.
And if you've been watching this episode of Community Corner, you will notice the ice skater that keeps making laps behind us. Come on over here. This is Andrew. He has been so excited since the city purchased the Cube that he's been coming with me to help, and he's been enjoying having the chance to get his skates on and check it out. So he's really embraced skating since the Cube opened, or since the Cube came back as well. So I had to give him a shout out. All right. If you would like to be a guest on Community Corner, please visit our Facebook page at SCVTV Community Corner or our website at scvcommunitycorner.com. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week.